These are my 3 favorite bases that I've built in 99 Nights in the Forest. Starting with the biggest food base, which took me a ridiculous amount of time. Then a base I built with 2 people I met in a random lobby. And finally, the biggest base, which I built quite a long time ago, but still impresses me to this day. So let's get into it. Because the fishing update is now here, I can build one of the coolest bases in the game. I'm gonna be building the biggest food base, where I'm gonna have 3 walls. One with the max level fire ring, the second where we have 5 torches expanding the base, and the third where we have 10 torches expanding the base, all with different types of food. Now you just saw it, but I have no idea what we're gonna do with this base yet. I'm not sure which food we're gonna put in which ring, but I do know it's gonna look very cool. Now I did just realize though, I'm playing the fisherman. Instead of playing the fisherman, I'm actually gonna play the farmer. That way we can get a ton more food, and that should be more efficient than just getting better fish. So let me quickly get fire level 3, and we're also going to be getting all 4 kids for this base. Alright, fire level 3. Now I do need to go find a weapon before we go get the first kid, because I do want to be careful. I don't want to die. Or actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all this coal, and this might be enough to get me to fire level 4. See if this works. Almost. Let me actually just get a bit more wood, and we can get level 4 fire pretty much right off the bat, and hopefully that'll help us find a weapon faster. Alright, there we go. Got 3 wood left over for a map as well. We're already doing pretty good. We're going to build this base as fast as possible, giving us more time to make it really good. There we go. Okay, we got a rifle before even anything else, but this will be good enough to go get the first kid and definitely the second kid. We just need enough ammo. Wait, whoa. I think they fixed it. The farmer used to not actually give you apple trees, but we just got an apple tree. Interesting. Okay, so I could pick the apples just like this by putting it in the sack, and I think you cut it down just like any other tree. So actually, that'll help us to get a bunch of apples. We could use that as part of our food. So we're just gonna start a little pile right here, and right now I'm just eating a bunch of morsels because I don't have any stable source of food yet. But let me get the good sack real quick, and now let's go get the first kid. All right, first kid is safe. I'm also gonna get the good axe with the... Oh, interesting. Wait, why in the world would I trade for an old rod? I'm actually a little bit curious about that. There's like 17 of them back here. Yeah, I see them right there. They're all right here. I wonder, why does he trade them? That's interesting. Maybe in the future they won't have this building here. I'm not sure. But let me try to cut down this apple tree, see if it gives more wood or less wood. Yeah, it seems to be about the same wood. We got 3 right here, 3 right here, 3 and 3. Okay, now for this base, I'm gonna have to get an absolute ton of scrap, because we're going to be using shelves to build our walls. And each of those, although they're only 2 scrap, it is still going to be a lot of shelves. Alright, we just got level 5 fire. We also got a spear. So let me use that to go get the second kid. And I'm trying to think what we should do for this base. I'm thinking the inner ring should be the more rare foods, because I'm not going to have as many of them. And then the outer ring should be something just ridiculously easy. So I think the outer ring, what we should do is, because even we're playing the farmer class, the outer ring should be full of fruit or vegetables that you grow out of the ground. Don't think you can grow any fruits in this game yet. Actually, I can grow the apple because I'm the farmer, so we might put that in the outer ring as well. Well, it's a little difficult to get the second kid when all 4 of them are chasing you, so let me revive. Alright, second kid is now safe. I do need more rifle ammo before I go get the third kid though. But we have a ton of wooden scrap, so let me upgrade the crafting bench twice, and then let me also start to get farm plots, which we're gonna be using these in these asterisk-like patterns. So right now it's in a plus sign, but you can plant, I don't know, like 10 of them on top of each other by doing it diagonally and very precisely, which will allow me to literally water like 10 farm plots all at once, making this way more efficient. And because I'm the farmer and I have the max level, every single farm plot will get me at least 1 pumpkin. So we're gonna have a very nice food source and also a lot of pumpkins for our wall. But in order to start the wall, we do need the level 6 fire. So let me get the sundial just so I know what time of day it is. We got a minute 40. I think I should just go out and loot, try to get some fuel, and then come back to the base. Okay, this is perfect. I just found chili seeds. I'm gonna pick those up. I'm also picking up all these fruits and vegetables, and the chilies will actually add a lot to our variety. Now, the one thing I do need to do better is that I haven't been picking up cakes, I've been eating them. So instead, we need to pick up the cakes and bring them back, and I'm wondering how many we can get. Got a bunch of fuel. Don't think this is enough for fire level 6 though. We're about halfway so far. Alright, just got another farm plot. So we put it just like this, and we can put a bunch more when we have the wood for it. So let me actually go get more wood, and then we'll also replant the saplings, and while we're going out and getting scrap and fuel, we should have enough food for what we need. We only really need 20 farm plots and maybe a few other things. I'm not exactly sure yet. We're gonna have to think about that. All right, we already got some of our food to grow, but now I'm gonna start separating it. So pumpkins we'll put here, we'll pick up the apples and we'll put them over here, add our carrots right here, and corn off to the side. Now these are all most likely gonna be in the outer ring, and then I'll probably put fish on the middle ring, because fish are decently easy to get. But as for the inner ring, I'm wondering what we can do. But let me just get some chilies real quick, because I do see a bunch of them around me now. All right, there we go. Got 25 5 chilies, and I'm actually gonna go grab a few more. I also do want to get the berries. These are gonna be nice for the base. Put our berries off to a separate pile, and so far everything's going good. I just do need to go get more fuel. So let me also get a biofuel processor and a boost pad. I also just realized we do need to get the third kid. So we found the place by accident, but I do need to take care of these wolves too, because I prefer life. Not having bite marks in your legs is actually a pretty cool feeling. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced it, but that's what I'm trying to do right now. Got the bear pelt, which will give us the final pelt trade, and an oil barrel. These are what we need right now. Got the strong axe too. That'll actually help us to get some wood. There we go. All right, we're back to the base. My fire is also about to go out, so it's a good thing we have fuel. Third kid is back at the base as well. Pelt trader also just showed up. That's perfect timing. And we have more apple trees as well. Let me get the iron armor. We need that right now. I'm getting close to dying quite a lot. All right, let's see. Do the apples just fall? Okay, they do. So you can just cut down the trees and the apples will be there. All right, we're about to hit fire level 6. I'm just gonna get a few of these carrots. We're gonna be growing a ton of them anyway, and that should get us to the max level. There we go. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut down all the trees we have right here and get a few more farm plots just so we can get our fruit up pretty quickly, because we are gonna be filling up an entire level 10 torch wall with a bunch of vegetables and fruit. And that's probably gonna take quite a lot, so it's always good to start as soon as possible. I'm also curious how many farm plots you can get in one spot. So let me craft 2 more, and with this will be 5. So there we go. There's 4 and there's 5. Use the watering can as well. There we go. So now we need to build an entire wall made out of shelves around this circle, and then we'll make it bigger with torches. So one thing I just realized, the apples seem to be bugged. If you pick them up after chopping down a tree, they don't appear in your sack. There's nothing in here. And I'm not eating them too, because my hunger bar is not going up. So for now, I'm just gonna eat and they don't even work. Okay, so don't just chop down the tree. Make sure you pick off the apples if you can. So in order to preserve the apples, I'm gonna plant these in a line like this. Not as a wall, but just to have them a little bit separate. But we do also have 50 more wood, which means we're gonna have a total of 10 farm plots now. So I wonder, can we plant all these? There's 6, there's 7, there's 8, there's 9, and there's 10. 10 farm plots in one. It almost looks like a circle now, but because I can water them all at the same time, it makes it a lot easier. But now let's make all of our shelves, which will actually be 30 old shelves already, and let's see if we can fill in this first wall. All right, we just placed all of them. That's 30 shelves, and we are close to being done. We have about 25% left to go. But now what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go get a bunch of scrap, because we're gonna need about 60 for all 10 of our torches, and also a ton more for the walls. So I'm gonna be looking for things like washing machines, tires, microwaves, and also the engine. And we will also make a crock pot. That way I can have food whenever we go out, but also for the wall, which might be what we make our inner wall. Inner wall will be stew, then we'll have fish, then we'll have fruits and vegetables. That actually might work. Or maybe the inner wall could be, I actually do have a few ideas now, because what are we gonna do about things like cooked meat and cooked steak, or cooked morsel and cooked steak? Not exactly sure, but at least I have ideas now. We also did get the morning star, so not bad. All right, this is really good. We found a very big lake with the bones in it, and we also found the 4th kid's location. So let me see if we can get the 4th kid really quick. All right, this will be the last bear. Key fell right in there too, and we got the 4th kid and a mythic chest, and we got the riot shield. I don't think I've ever actually used the riot shield other than just holding it out. Okay, this is not good. My flashlight just ran out of battery, and we're out in the very outer ring with a bunch of bears, and the deer chasing me. I hear his footsteps, but I don't see him. We're also low on hunger, so I need to make it home as fast as possible. All right, we're back to base. I'm gonna eat a couple pumpkins. All right, 4th kid is safe, slightly over the apples, but that's fine. And our apple tree grew, so now let me grab all these by hand. There's also a few of them that seem to be in between. Yeah, right there. Okay, this is interesting. We got a bunch of our farm plots to grow. We also got a piece of cake. So let me put that off to the side. Let me grab all these pumpkins too. It's an insane amount of pumpkins. It's like 11 pumpkins in just one tiny spot. Insane. We're gonna have a lot of food. Grab all the corn as well. There were more pumpkins than corn. Then let me grab these 50,000 carrots. I'm also gonna use a few of these for some biofuel, because we're gonna have a ton of them anyway. Let me also get this wood, and we're gonna see if we can build even more farm plots on top of the ones we already have. All right, we got 50 wood. Now I am gonna use half of it on building torches, or actually that was a little bit more than half, so that way we'll be ready for when we want to expand the base. So I'm gonna build 2 more farm plots, a bunch more shelves, which should definitely finish out the wall. Then we'll place our torches for the next wall. So let's see. All right, this will make 11, and this barely will make 12. Insane how you could just place all these right on top of each other. But now let's finish that wall. All right, this should be the last. Actually, I want to place 2 shelves just in case. I want there to be no gap. There we go. All right, the first wall is officially complete, and I do think we should make this inner wall full of, maybe not stew actually. Maybe the second layer could be, I'm not sure what I want to do. Meat is insanely hard to get. This amount of meat, oh, is absolutely ridiculous. This is going to be so hard to get. So the first wall, we're definitely making meat. We're going to make it cooked morsel, steaks, and maybe even a few ribs if we go to get some mammoths. Now we have fish and fruits and vegetables left, and also stew. Now I'm thinking that the middle wall wall, we'll make it full of fish. I think that would look pretty cool. And then the outer wall, we will make that of stew and vegetables and all that. So stew will actually be with the vegetables. And we also got another piece of cake because we have so many farm plots. It's actually coming by pretty quick. All right, so I'm gonna put my shelves off to the side, or at least the extra ones that we have. Then we're gonna place our 5 torches around the kids' tent. So 1 for each tent, and then we'll also put 1 behind the campfire. So now the new wall is gonna be out here with even more shelves filled with fish, which is probably gonna take an insane amount of time. I'm hoping maybe that sharks will take up an entire shelf. That would help a lot, but I guess we'll have to find out. All right, so I think what I want to do now is we're gonna go get our fishing rod to level 2. So I'm gonna use these fishing spots right here. Actually, you know what? I don't want to use this one. I want to use one that's further out and is a level 2 lake. That way we can get some salmon a lot faster, and although it might be a little bit harder, the XP is worth it just because the mackerel barely gives you anything. All right, here we go. This should be a level 2 lake. The color does look different. Yeah, there we go. We already got a hard one right off the bat, and I failed. There we go. Yeah, that's a ton of XP, so we just got to keep doing this. All right, so far we got 6 salmon, and also we're halfway to level 2. There we go. Our rod is ready for upgrade, so let's grab all this salmon, and then I think I'm gonna go out to the level 3 lake to try and get the strong rod as fast as possible. Put it in there, get the upgrade. All right, so let me drop off these salmon. We're not gonna be cooking them because if we cook the fish, they're all gonna be the same exact color. But now let's see, where is the 4th kid? I remember a lake being by where the 4th kid was held. Actually, don't see it. Okay, it might be right here, this bottom right. It is covered up by a chest a little bit. So we're gonna have to go down to the bottom right. We also got more trees growing in, which means I think we'll be able to finish out our farm plots and make as many as you could possibly build. Okay, we're not there yet, but we have 4 more farm plots, which means this will bring us up to 16 in one spot if we can get them all placed, which it seems like we'll be able to. There we go. It is insane how many of these you can place on top of each other. But now let me head down to where the 4th kid was kept, and let's fish in that lake. Got another piece of cake, and here's the lake that I was looking for. So let's see what we can get. I'm thinking the swordfish shouldn't be too difficult. It might be just as difficult as the salmon was with the old rod. Okay, this is actually pretty easy. Hold up. Okay, it was a cultist gem. Nothing crazy. All right, now we got something going. That's the sword. Oh, dude. That gave me like a third of my XP. That is insane. All right, we got another one coming right here. All right. 1 more fish and we'll get the strong rod. All right, should be it. There we go. Rod is ready for upgrade. Let me take all this stuff back to the base. Okay, this is insane. This is just an insane amount of food. Now I'm gonna let it go by maybe a couple more days. That way they should actually, no, we're gonna do that later. I want to have all of them be in sync so that we have everything grow all at once. So for now, let's actually harvest all this. And in order to make a bunch of stew, I actually have a plan for that. I just need the materials to make the crock pot. It is insane how many pumpkins we have. We're starting to have more pumpkins than anything else. All right, let me go upgrade our rod. And then for today, we're gonna get some more wood just so that we can get the final farm plots that we need. And then we'll go back to fish some more for all the fish we're gonna need. We're gonna need an absolutely insane amount of fish, while also getting some wolves on the way, maybe even bears, and maybe even mammoths. That might be the most worth it, because mammoths are kind of easy to take down if you know what you're doing, and they do give a ton of food, but we'll see. I would like the tactical shotgun. That would help me a ton right now, but then again, the ammo is expensive, so I don't know. Okay, this will be enough to make all 20 farm plots, and we're gonna see. I'm assuming this will work. Place all of them. Yep, there's a spot right there, just barely. Try right here. Yep, there we go. And let's see. This might be a little difficult, but I do see it, so there we go. And there is all 20 farm plots in one place. So I'm just gonna water all of them, and then I'm gonna wait a few days to even harvest it. That way they'll all be on the same schedule. So we'll just have a ton of stuff growing all at once, harvest it, and then repeat. So now what I want to do is I want to head out and actually get more scrap. We'll have that for our wall, but also to make the crock pot, because we do want to start making stews as soon as possible. Okay, this is good. We got 2 bases and a water tower right next to each other. That's gonna be a lot of scrap, but first let me try to get my stuff without dying. There's so many animals around here right now. Now I could just snipe down at the crossbow guy, because he's actually the most dangerous. His aim is insane. I have no idea why they made the aim so incredibly crazy on this guy, because it used to be worse, but probably a while ago they made it better. Oh, you've got... Dude, what in the world was... That was Batman? Alright, take 2 to go get my stuff. Alright, I have to be careful. I'm gonna try to take these guys out one by... And there's a bear. Alright, I think I took out everybody, but there's another wolf that just spawned, though. Alright, that should be everybody. I'm gonna check up on the roof, just in case. Alright, there's 1 more guy off to the side, but at least he's not on the roof. 2 guys, okay. Got 1. Okay, I'm out of rifle bullets. This is not good, but I do have the things that are trying to chase after me inside of the base. So we'll just take that and we'll take all our stuff. I do need food right now, though. So I'm gonna take a med kit and eat some raw food. All right, let me just get the last 2 chests, and we'll actually have a ton of stuff. Now, let me get the water tower, because this always has good stuff. Nothing here on the bottom. We did get a microwave and oil barrel, though. All right, I'm gonna quickly loot this base, which is pretty easy, because all you gotta do is get the stuff on the bottom just by running through, and then when you manage to parkour up top, no one can get to you. I do really badly need some food, though. Insanely badly. So I'm gonna take my morning star, and we're gonna go get an alpha wolf really fast and eat the raw steak. Okay, now I'm heading back to the base. This is a little dangerous to still be out, but furniture trader's here too. So let me grab these coins and then see what we can get. We can add a little bit to our base. Let's see what he's got. We're gonna get our rainbow fish lounger. We're gonna get the snowman and the icy throne. Then we'll get some flowers. That'll help make the base look nice. And then we got the flowers. We'll also get the hedgerows because it is a food base. So the hedgerows will look nice around the farm, even though the farm is tiny. So I wonder how we're even gonna use those. All right, we got 95 scrap. So that'll get us the crock pot. We just need a little bit of wood. All right, we got enough wood. Now I want to show you guys something interesting that I saw in a YouTube short. If I put my crock pot right here, then we build 4 wood rain storages and put them around just like this, pretty much touching the crock pot, just like this. This looks pretty good. We can now take an absolute insane amount of carrots, and instead of having to wait for our stew to cook, we could just drop all of the carrots into here, and it'll continue to make stews pretty slowly, because usually you have to take out the stew to do it faster, but it will still cook them pretty much automatically. So we're just gonna shove all of our carrots into there. All right, we got a bunch of carrots in here, so that'll just start making us stews, of the which it's already made us 2. All right, now that we got our crock pot going, let's make the second layer wall. So we're gonna craft as many shelves as we can, and then we're also gonna pick up the leftover ones we have, and I'm assuming we might be able to finish half of it. So let's start from right here and then work our way clockwise. Okay, I messed up a little bit right here, so I'm gonna instead go the other way, and then we'll eventually get a hammer to fix that. All right, so we have a little gap right here, but it shouldn't really matter too much. I just don't want to curve it inwards right here, because then that just leaves a wall in between it. It's like a secondary mini wall for this lake, but we're just gonna keep going. All right, here's our last shelf, and with that, we'll actually have finished more than half of the second wall. I just need the hammer to fix this little mistake right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go get more scrap so we can finish the second wall, and then we'll finish the third wall, or at least that's what I'm planning on doing, and then we'll start getting meat for that inner wall, because the inner wall is gonna be the hardest. Getting meat is not easy. It takes a lot of ammo, or if I use the morning star, I should be able to get a lot of steak from wolves. I also got a mythic chest right here. We will take that. All right, thorn armor isn't bad. We'll take that. All right, we're running out of area to look for scrap, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the winter biome, make some bunny ears, because we already have 2 bunny feet, and then we'll get scrap over here, which should be slightly easier. Actually, I might as well just get the Arctic fox bell. I just got 2 already. Now it's 3. All right, we got 3 pretty fast. So let me go make that, and then getting scrap actually should be easy out here. There we go. We reached day 99 in 1 minute less than 2 hours. So we got a little bit longer to go until we can finally get this base finished. Just doing a ton of preparation right now. We have 130 scrap. This should be good enough to definitely finish the second wall and also get a huge portion of the last wall done. I have no idea how many shelves I have. 130 shelves though should be about 65 shelves. And there we go. Second wall is complete. But before we build the third wall, I do need to make more torches. So we're gonna have to go get a little bit more scrap. But then we can start filling this thing out with as much food as possible. All right, we've waited quite a few days for our farm. So now let's finally harvest it. And all 20 farm plots should be synced up. So we got 17 pieces of corn, probably 20 pumpkins. Yeah, there we go. Exactly 20. It's an insane amount. Got a piece of cake, extra piece of corn that I didn't get. And now an absolute insane amount of carrots, which we're gonna drop both a little bit into the fire to get that up and also into the stew maker. All right, fire is about max. And then let's just keep dropping these in here. All right, this looks pretty good. Starting to even cover up the crock pot a little bit, but we'll let that go. And now I think the best thing to do is to go... Actually, you know what? We're gonna fish a little bit right here. With the strong rod, it probably is gonna be really easy. That way we can get a ton of fish for this second row, because there's no way I'm filling the entire second row with sharks. That is insanely hard. No way. I got a clownfish the first try. That's insanely rare, is it not? Yeah, I got a mackerel the second try. I guess if I keep fishing, I'll tell whether or not the clownfish first try is rare. It seems to be insanely rare. Okay, that's interesting. I got 2 clownfish now, and although I'm getting mostly mackerel, I do think that the 2 clownfish is insanely rare. What in the world? Yo, I just got a swordfish out of here. I have no idea how rare that is. Actually, you know what? It might actually be worth to fish out by where the 4th kid was, because that's a level 3 lake, and I'm thinking if I put mackerel here, how many can I fit? 6 mackerel per shelf, but a swordfish, I actually don't know that. I actually have no idea to tell, but I do think I might be able to fit less swordfish per shelf, which should fill up the shelves faster. But for now, let's take take all of our fish and we'll put them over here. All right, I seem to have messed up the timing for our fruit to grow, or maybe there is no way to sync it up because now it seems like it's not synced up, but we'll still harvest it anyway. All right, this is actually starting to lag me out a little bit. It's about full, pretty close to being full, but I think I'm just gonna let that sit for a while because it is starting to lag me a little bit. Now let me go out and get some more scrap, which we'll need for some torches. All right, we're back to the base. I'm starting to run a little bit low on scrap, or at least areas to find scrap, but we can make our last 5 torches and even more shelves, so that's good. So now let's place our torches, one more behind the crafting bench, and then one more for each of the kids' tents. All right, so now let me pick up, I'm gonna just pick up half of these, and then now we have the room to make the final wall for the base. Now the 10 torch wall works a little weird because I can only build out this far, but it does say I have more room, so I'll have to build just as close as we can to the edge. All right, with this we finished just about half of the wall, so now let's pick up the rest of our shelves and see what we can do. This does give me confidence though, because we are running a little bit low on scrap, but we're almost done. All right, with this we actually don't have much left, maybe 30% of the wall left to create, and then we can start filling it in. But let me also get some more food, because dude, I have no idea just how much corn and pumpkins and carrots we're gonna need for that final wall. I'm also gonna start putting off my carrots to the side. Maybe we could fill up a few shelves with these as well, because our stew maker is just full right now and I don't want to lag us out. Actually, it's not that full anymore, but I don't want to make it full again. All right, I'm gonna head out today to get what should be the last bit of scrap that we need. But let me actually grab some food first. I don't want to starve. You know what? In order to get a little bit more scrap, I'm gonna take out the first level stronghold. That way we get the cultist prototype and maybe even the experiment, but I know we at least get 2 of whichever ones it gives me. So let's actually do that. Shouldn't be too difficult, especially with the morning star. And there we go. So we got a prototype, an experiment, gem of the forest fragment, 2 cultist gems, and now we got the mythic chest. Hoping for a tactical shotgun because that will help us to get, there we go. Okay, perfect. Actually, that will help us to get a ton of meat. I'm actually gonna start bringing back some as well. I think the first places that I want to go check are the places where the kids were held, because there should be just a ton of meat right there. All right, the stew maker is starting to go down a bit, so I'm gonna just put these carrots off to the side, and then we'll pick up all the stew, of which I have no idea how much is in here. It is a lot. All right, just start dropping these, and there we go. Probably doubled or even more this pile right here. All right, so let's take the scrap that we have. We'll build almost as many shelves as we can, just so we don't waste, and let's see if we can finish this 3rd wall. Then we'll just go get as much meat as we possibly can with the new tactical shotgun we got. All right, I'm glad we didn't build too many shelves, because now I only have 1 extra and all 3 walls are done. So now we're gonna have to fill these up like crazy. We're gonna start with the inner wall. We're gonna leave everything else and just start with the inner wall with meat. So let me start by putting some cooked morsel right here, and then we'll put some cooked steak right here, and then we'll work the steak this way and the cooked morsel this way. Dude, it is just insane. We have a mountain of pumpkins over here. I'm just eating pumpkins for food right now. All right, I got my tactical shotgun. Don't know how many shots. Okay, we got the owl too. That's not good. I'm also about to die, and I don't have any heals on me, so I'm gonna have to be very careful with how I hand, and I'm dead. All right, we got a bunch of food. I think we also got 2 polar bear pelts. We got 1 here, and I think another one from the polar bear we killed earlier. Just need to find that. We also have more meat here, so I'm gonna remember to come get that. But for now, I think what we can do is make the polar bear helmet. Yep, we should be good to do so. There we go. Now I'm gonna try to kill a mammoth and see if that is worth it. All right, let's see how this goes. It will give us a few ribs when we kill the mammoth as well. All right, there we go. We got actually a bunch of steak, but I don't think that's worth it, because although the steak does give you more hunger, we're just trying to fill the shelves right now. Okay, this is perfect. We got a fishing spot right here. So what I'm gonna do is keep backing out of it until we get a shark, and that way we could see how many sharks will fit on a shelf. All right, we got our first one. We also did just get the old boot, so we'll take that, but I did forget the shark thing. So although I'm kind of glad we got the old boot, I do need to get sharks. All right, we got all the meat here. There might be a bit more back here. Okay, perfect. All right, let me start sorting some of this meat that we have. Gonna try to grab all the morsels and then just place them on the shelves. But we have so much stuff right here, and I think we could fit about 4 morsels per shelf. Yeah, okay, so it's not dropping anymore, which is actually pretty good, because morsels are easier to get than steaks, and actually less of them go on each shelf. All right, this is what we have so far. Almost 3 shelves of steak. We had a little bit of ribs on there, but one of them fell off, and a ton of cooked morsels. So we're not halfway done, but I think we're about 25, maybe 30% done. So this is gonna be a little difficult. So now let me see if I can find a location where the 3rd kid was kept. Here was the 1st, I think here was the 2nd, but I don't see the 3rd, and that's not a good sign. Okay, the meat is now starting to fall like it's moon gravity. I think we have so many pieces of things like the vegetables back at the base that we're starting to lag out the game. Oh yeah, this is not looking good. This is not good. Okay, this is pretty bad. All right, we got some meat pretty fast. We're also gonna grab this scrap because I'm thinking for fishing, we might as well make a teleporter because I do think although it'll take a lot of scrap, it'll be worth our time to do it because then we'll be able to go back and forth between fishing a lot faster and even bring the fish back to base a lot quicker. So let's see, we have 36 scrap right now. We can get the crafting bench 4. To get 2 teleporters, we need 50 scrap and 30 wood. The wood is very easy. We have a bunch laying right here, so we're gonna get that very fast. But the scrap is what I'm worried about because we were already low earlier. But I do think that just from fishing, we can get some scrap anyway. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go fish, and then the scrap that we get, or maybe even find while doing other things, we'll use that for the teleporter. All right, I'm lagging a very decent amount now. Everything's moving really slowly. So in order to combat that, we're gonna start placing our fruit and our vegetables. And I'm assuming that should make it less laggy when stuff is on the shelf. All right, we got the last of the pumpkins, and so far we already have all of this. Let me just fill up this last little bit. There we go. Oh wait, I forgot. We have more growing over here, so let me grab these too. All right, now this is all the pumpkins we have. It's an insane amount. Seriously, it's insane. Now, one of these shelves right here, it wouldn't let me put 9, and I think these ones also might have done the same thing, but we have just, I don't even know how many this is. So now let's start with putting our stews as well. Now, these are going to be a little bit more difficult because they're in your inventory, not in your sack, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave extra room for a lot more pumpkins. We're going to start right over here with our stews. All right, there's all of our stews. We also have an insane amount of those. Now we're going to start with our corn, and this is just a ridiculous amount as well. So we're going to leave a gap for some stew. We're going to start right here. Now it takes a lot more corn to fill up a shelf, so the corn shouldn't take up too much space. Okay, this is interesting. This shelf did not want to take a lot of them, and I think this is helping the lag. It seems to be everything's moving a lot faster now, probably because there's less collision. Everything's just resting on the shelf. All right, I have 6 more pieces of corn, and although we do have some shelves that aren't taking as much corn as others, this is what we have so far. So now it's, wait, hold up, I just realized I almost finished the entire circle with all this. Where in the world are we gonna put carrots? Maybe instead of these gaps being for extra fruits, we could just fill them in with carrots, because wow, okay, that was pretty fast. So let's go ahead and do that. I also didn't place any apples or chili peppers yet, so I'm just gonna place a few carrots over in this section, then we're gonna go place our chili peppers and our apples as well. All right, let's grab our apples and we'll do these first. We're gonna put them on this edge of the stews. All right, we have 2 extra, but we're just gonna go ahead and eat these to make it look nice and perfect. Now the chilies we're gonna place over here, not next to the apples, just because they do have a very similar color, and I don't think this shelf is even usable. Yeah, this shelf isn't even usable. Hold up, can't place any chilies. I think I placed 1 chili on there, or maybe it just fell on there because I can't even use that shelf. So we're gonna start over here then. Wait, hold up, I don't think it's a shelf problem. I think it's all the shelves problems. I don't think you could place chili. Okay, guess you can't do that. That's I have no idea why that's a thing. So we're just gonna keep these over here because I do have a bunch. But as for the cake that we have, I'm gonna put these onto a shelf in the inner ring. So we're gonna move this morsel shelf off to one other shelf and then have this be for the cake. All right, this should fill up the corn shelves. There we go. Okay, so we're done with the corn. All these shelves should be full, and the rest we're just gonna keep off to the side right here for extra food. Now let me start placing our fish. I'm wondering just how hard it's gonna be to get the fish row filled up, because that might take a very long time. So we'll start with the mackerels right here, and it does seem like the mackerels are very inefficient for filling the shelves, but it does look nice. Oh, I also realized we have berries. I'm gonna try to fill in a shelf with these berries. We'll do that right next to the corn right here, but I don't think you could put them on shelves. I think berries and chilies alike doesn't seem like you put them on shelves. Okay, so that's good to know, but also kind of sucks. Wait, hold up. Okay, no, you can place them. They just roll off like, okay. Let me pick up the ones that aren't on the shelf. There we go, and then we'll just place these and hope they don't fall off. Okay, these just keep falling off over and over and over. Interesting. I'm gonna try to just drop them on the top shelf, and then we'll call these 2 the berry shelves. All right, there we go. We got them on top. These are our berry shelves. Let me put one more on top like this. There we go. Still haven't gotten the hammer to fix that one shelf, so let me go do that. It is nighttime, so I should probably learn from my lesson and do that as soon as it's morning. But now let's take the carrots that we have and fill out the very outer rim to the brim, and it is not slim. Wait, hold up. We perfectly have enough cake to fill an entire shelf of it. That is pretty nice. All right, I think absolutely everything on the outer shelf is filled except for 2 shelves right here, which we're gonna fill with pumpkins, and then this stew shelf, which we only need 7 more stews for. So let's just go ahead and put these carrots in here, get some stews, which might be enough by now. Should be enough. And there we go. Okay, this is full. So now we just need some more pumpkins, but we'll we'll get those pretty easily. So for now, we're just gonna take all the rest of our fruits and shove it in the stew maker, because why not? Actually, I'm gonna take all of these and shove it into the stew maker, because then that should be enough stew for the probably rest of the run, and if not, we'll grow more. And then all these carrots that are on the floor over here, we're just gonna eat those. I'm gonna have the best eyesight. I'm gonna have 2017 vision, and hopefully then we can do some better fishing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the opposite side of where the mackerels are and just fill it up with sword. Okay, this is just as hard as mackerels. I think it might be more worth it to get mackerels then, but we'll see. Maybe the salmon have a better filling of the shelf effect. So we're gonna go quite a bit away over here and fill the salmon over here, which also have the same filling the shelf effect. Okay, that is interesting. We might be fishing for a very long time. We're gonna keep all these fish off to the side though, because we don't have enough to fill a shelf yet. Now I'm curious about the shark. Are the sharks gonna be what saves us? Let's put them over here. Actually, let me do it without the log. Okay, the sharks are good. They take up 3 per shelf, or 2 where we got lucky down here. You know what? This is gonna take some time, but we're switching it up. And I have to do this or this will take an abysmal amount of time. We are gonna have the first layer be fish and the second layer be meat, because fish are very hard to get. And if we have fish be the second layer, we might be here for an insanely long time. And I'm also a little worried about disconnecting. I do not want to disconnect with what we have so far. This is taking me an insane amount of time. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of our mackerel and we're just gonna move it 1 shelf inward, and then we're gonna do something similar with all the meat. So it shouldn't take me a ridiculous amount of time, but we absolutely do have to do this. It would be an insane amount of fish to put it on the second layer. But now that we have our pumpkins grown in, this will finish the outer wall, or at least I'm 99% sure. Let me look. Yeah, all right, this will finish the outer wall, and there we go. Very nice. So now the rest of the vegetables we could just have for extra food. All right, I just got a bunch of stuff, and I also have an idea. In order to make the raids easier, we're gonna make a door so that hopefully the cultists will all come through the door. So let's open it right here where this shelf doesn't really hold that many mackerel, and then we'll keep going straight through. So let's take our hammer and make a doorway through each thing. There we go. And let me also fix this shelf back here, which is crooked. I still haven't done that, but now we have. All right, I just got a bunch of scrap, and I'm thinking this should be enough for 2 teleporters. Yeah, definitely enough. So let's build one right here, and then we'll build the other one by the lake. All right, it's turning nighttime, so we'll just teleport back. There we go. And then we'll put our swordfish up here. We'll get ready our boost pad, and then we'll go check out the ice fishing holes, because if we can fish there and it'll be faster, that will save a lot of time. All right, we got a bunch of fish. I'm also out of sprint, but we're gonna see how these fish will fit on the shelves, because if they don't fit very well, then I guess we're not gonna get too many of them. So we'll put some of them back here. Yep, just exactly the same. Put them right next to the chars. Nope, just about the same. Okay, so I might go get some more eels and chars just to fill up a few shelves, but other than that, I guess we just gotta keep getting regular fish. Just gonna be an insane grind. But because we have the teleporter, we can go out at pretty much any time of night and just start fishing. All right, so far here's what we got. We got a decent bit of fish at the front. We got some salmon back there, some chars and 2 eels, and some sharks right here. So what I'm thinking is that because we're gonna get so many mackerels, we're gonna move these sharks closer to back here. But the meat is coming together very easily. I can just go out and anger a bunch of wolves, and then that should be pretty easy. But the fish, man, this is gonna be a grind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a short time lapse right now of getting all the meat that we need, and then we'll check back in and probably do a time lapse of all the fish that we need, which is gonna take a long time. So time lapse starting now. All right, we're back at the base. I'm almost at 6 hours into recording now. We're at 5 hours, 56 minutes, and we finally have what seems to be enough to finish the second wall. So let's go see. I have 8 steaks. Should definitely finish this shelf. There we go. And then for the morsels, we definitely have enough. And there we go. The entire second wall is now full. It's like, I would say 80%, maybe 75% morsels and 25% steak. But regardless, it is is done. So now we have to go do an insane amount of fishing. Let me make sure I have a bunch of stew. And while it's nighttime, what I'm gonna do is fish right next to the base. So like right here we have a pond, and then we also have the fishing building pond right over here, which sometimes has the fishing spots that'll help me do this a lot faster. But there's also the fact that the deer spawns on you, so maybe we're just gonna use this one over here. But I've got to do one final time lapse to finish this video. So here's the time lapse of me getting all the fish starting now. This is the last fish that I need. One more mackerel and we're good. There we go. Pick up all of them. We're gonna put the salmon over here because we only need one last salmon. Then we're gonna finish out this shelf with the mackerel and we are done. We have maybe 65% of this just being straight up mackerel. Then we have our cake shelf, which we kept on the inner ring. We have our chars and our eels. We also need to reorganize this shelf because for some reason the clownfish don't fit together too tightly. All right, there we go. We have our rarer fish shelf right here, 3 jellyfish, bunch of clownfish, and 3 old boots. We have our shark shelf with 9 sharks, bunch of salmon, bunch of swordfish, and back to the mackerels. We are finally done with all this food. And you want to guess how long I've been recording? 9 hours now. It is absolutely insane. I think this project will come close or even surpass the chopping down every single tree in the map video, just based on time. So let me take all these stews. I'm gonna eat a few of them just to waste them because we have a bunch. Or actually, maybe I should keep a few more because we need to start placing furniture now. But before then, let me get the fire up to a higher threshold just because I do not want to have a hungry deer out of the middle of nowhere. All right, that's good enough. So now let's use our defensive blueprints. We'll put these at the entrance. We'll put it closer to the back right here. We don't want to ruin the look of the front. All right, there we go. Now let's start adding our furniture. And this is going to be difficult. We have a lot of furniture. Let me drop all my other stuff back here though, just so that we have more room in our inventory. We also do have another defensive blueprint, so let me put this down. All right, pretty much anyone who comes in here is dead. Then we're going to design a exclusive, and I mean exclusive, because this is the most expensive restaurant in 99 Nights in the Forest. I don't think anybody's as crazy enough as me to do this. So let's build a very nice exclusive restaurant for whoever wants to pay $20,000 a second to eat here. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's make it a table for 3 or a table for 4. Hold up. Where's he at? Where's Kevin? There he is. All right. We actually have a table so exclusive that you, as the main person who's paying for the check, you get to sit in this seat, Kevin's own seat. And yes, Kevin will be dining with you and he will stare at you blankly the entire time while you eat your food, and he will judge you if you don't leave a tip. So leave a tip. So we're gonna put a hedgerow right here. Actually, you know what? Let's put more hedgerows over here just before we run out. That way you are very private from the angry customers who don't know what they're talking about, and also don't look up our restaurant on Yelp. I don't know, Yelp must be broken or something. People keep saying something about dying from the food, poisonous, non-cooked fish. I don't know what they're talking about. Then we'll use some trellises just like that, and for the opening we'll use some fences with some moss on them for extra flavor and also a hint of poison. We'll cut this one in a little bit just so that we can use more of them. All right, here is the entrance to our restaurant. Very private, very exclusive. Kevin actually works here all day. I don't pay him, but if you want to get in, you're gonna have to pay $20,000 a second, I'm pretty sure. So let's put a fairy light arch right here. That way you have a nice entrance into the restaurant, and as you are literally dying to death, we'll put a fairy light arch right here just to make your death a little bit more enjoyable, and then a fairy light arch right here for our guests who actually know how to avoid the trap, which is pretty much nobody. Now what I want to do is I want to take all the rugs that we have and actually use them as part of the restaurant's design. So we're gonna have to find all of them. All right, so we have 3 purple rugs and 3 blue rugs. So I think what we could do is a alternating pattern going from blue to purple to blue in this area right here. That way you're not necessarily eating on carpet unless you're unlucky enough to not be paying for the meal, so you do get the carpet seat. And the red rug, oh dude, this is the red carpet. If you eat here, you are wealthy enough to walk on red carpet, my good sir. Whoever you are, madam, sir, sir, if you have money, I will happily make some poisonous food for you that hopefully you won't sue me over with your 15,000 lawyers. We'll also put a green signpost here for poison. And then back here, we'll add all of our bean bags as a relaxation area where you can digest your food properly while you are relaxing listening to the stock market. Now, I have no idea how one listens to the stock market, but I'm not rich enough to do that. That's my customer's job. I also just found another red rug, so we're gonna have the red carpet be even longer into the fire because rich people are fire resistant. Don't ask me how I know that. And with that, that's all the furniture I want to place. The rest we'll just toss off in that lake. Our table here, we have a few appetizers, not the entrees. 2 pieces of chicken, because I'm just calling this chicken. 2 pieces of sushi. Technically, it is raw fish. And then 2 pieces of chili for if you want to literally die by mouth fire. Now, we actually have our first group of customers making their way over to this base. So I do have to do well at impressing them. So let's see. I think they're coming in. All right, here's our first customer who's literally a Martian. Bro is jumping in slow motion. All right, sir, come in this way. I would actually like to show you your table back here. Sir, why are you sleeping? All right, well, fine. You go to another restaurant then. All right, well, you know what? We have more customers begging to come in. They're literally breaking down the walls to come in. Come right this way, my good sir. What's your name? Kevin? Oh, okay. I have actually a pretty cool person that I think you should meet. All right, right this way, my good sir. Don't mind the guy who's sleeping. He's pretty... All right, this is not funny anymore. I think they know each other. But let me see. There should be one more guy over here. Even though he was shooting at me, I do think that all people deserve second chances. So come over here, sir. I have... Okay, you know what? You don't want to follow me? I see how it is, man. That's pretty rude. This guy over here, though, his name is actually Kevon. So he's actually going to have a really good time with Kevin. I think they'll have a very nice conversation about something about politics. So well, apparently everybody's sleep deprived. I have no idea why. It's not like I've been staying up for almost 2 years straight in this game. All right, he's finally following me. Sir, I promise you, the food is good. And apparently, our entryway is so good that everyone likes taking naps. Then follow me, my good sir. Do not eat the food. Don't stop eating the food, sir. You haven't paid for that. Sir, eat the food. This is not a robbery. Eat the... You know, wait, why am I telling him to eat the food? You know what? Fine. I have to defend myself. All right, now that our customers have been dealt with, very, very rude, by the way, I do want to do one last thing. This base looks pretty nice from the outside. You know, we have a ton of corn and all that, but it doesn't really showcase the inner beauty. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna get rid of a lot of these corn shelves. So we're just gonna eat the corn, which will clear up space for other things that I want to put in here. So we're gonna go out to 3 shelves on each side. Get the 3rd shelf over here. And now let's start adding a bunch of color and vibrance to it. So we're gonna get stuff like the mackerels for a shelf. And now we have a much, much better looking entrance. We have a whole vibrant range of colors right here. Very light archway entering into the base. Very, very nice. This took an insanely long amount of time. We are now at 9.5 hours. So let's do the base tour. All right, entering in here, we have our very own fairy light archway, welcoming guests into our restaurant or our food base. We have mackerels, swordfish, salmon, corn, apples, and pumpkins all displaying out front. Then on the inner wall, we have a bunch of steaks, no idea the count. We have a bunch of ribs that don't really fit in the shelves that well. I don't know how many actually fits in a shelf, but I did not get enough to do that probably. Then over here, we have our cooked morsels, which go out pretty much all the way around, as we didn't find as much steak as we did morsels. But coming into this 3rd layer, don't step in here like the people who like taking naps, but come to the side and see our beautiful array of fish, of the which we have way too many mackerels. And speaking of mackerels, pretty much all of these mackerels came out of this pond. If you're asking how they all fit in here, I don't know either. Then over here we have our cake shelf, which I actually had too many cakes, so I had to put more on top. Then we have our chars and our eels. The eels are very expensive because they kill you. We make you sign a waiver signing over all of your assets over to us because we want your money. Then we have our rarer fish. Same thing for the jellyfish, by the way. You have to sign a different waiver, but same thing. Then we have our clownfish and our old boots, which are our most chewy option on the menu. If you want to order that, you can get some real flavor out of it. Then we have 9 sharks, bunch of salmon. Salmon's actually pretty common. You must be poor if you eat salmon. Only real rich people die by eating electric eels. Then we have our swordfish. They will cut your throat the second you eat them. Very, very expensive. And now let's go into the base the right way by jumping over the shelf. Over here, we have our farm plus our industrial cooker, where we have cooked so many different stews just by plopping a bunch of carrots in here with our sack. 20 farm plots all at the same place. Very nice, very industrial. We got our teleporter to the level 3 lake, boost pad that we used, camping chairs if you want to sit by the fire, 4 kids tent, as well as the fact that we are also insanely rich with 9 forest gems and 39 cultist gems. But for our very VIP guests, aka Kevin, we have the red carpet laid out with a sign letting you know that this is red carpet just in case you can't see with your eyes. Coming in here, we have our restaurant with flowers, a purple and blue hangout area just in case you don't feel like eating but feel like hanging out. Then right here, and I do want to warn you, this is one of the most important parts about the entire base, so keep it calm, okay? I don't want to seem weird in front of him. This is Kevin, our very VIP, VVIP, very important person who will eat with you if you spend $20,000 a second at a restaurant. And yes, I do know that price is a little cheap, but I promise you this is the real Kevin. And with that, that is our entire biggest food base. This took a ridiculous amount of time. I don't know why I did this. Hopefully you guys like it. And we just made it to almost day 600 with no beds. So that's insane. Today, I'm gonna be building a base with random people in 99 Nights in the Forest. And if you know the stereotype, that is not easy. So I'm gonna have to get insanely lucky here by getting some really good teammates who are gonna want to help me build a base. So I'm gonna say in chat, who wants to build a base with me? We do have one guy right here, Fabrics the Brobla. I don't know how to say his name, but he's got 278 nights. Dude, I said, okay, Fabrics, let's do this. Let's get more people too. I don't want to have 5 people. 5 people will be ridiculous. We have a team of 3 people. I have the blacksmith class, which is not the best class for this, so that kind of sucks. We have Fabrics, and I have no idea how to pronounce your name. That is Japanese, I believe. She's got the decorator class though, and he's got the, wait, hold up, decorator class is gonna come in clutch because she could decorate the dude. We are about to have the best base in the world. I said, all right, so let's get all the kids and build a really cool base. And because they both have over 100 nights as their top or as their highest, we could very nicely build a cool base and quickly. We can get the 4 kids, we can get the beds. We are gonna have a very nice base. And they both said, okay, so let's actually get this done. I am excited to see what we could build. I'm gonna ask them, do you guys know who I am? Don't worry if you say no. I don't want them to look me up. And now my name is only Nublox, so I don't think they'll be able to find me. But I'm curious, do they know that I make YouTube videos? Fabric said, no, I don't know. That is interesting. Okay, what am I doing? I need to be helping my team and I'm throwing basketballs. Okay, they both said no. They both said they don't know me. That's perfect. So at the end of this, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell them about my YouTube channel, so maybe I'm not gonna do that so I don't get banned by Roblox because, you know, I kind of prefer having food and water to eat and drink. That's pretty cool, you know? Kind of need to make YouTube videos, but I really hope that they'll see my video. I'm gonna ask them, how many nights do you guys think you can play? That way we have an idea of how long, I don't want to go too long, but how long we can build this base for. How nice we can make it too. More than 300. This dude said he's ready to play more than 300 nights. That is amazing. We're close to getting our fire level 4. Dude, if we could build a base over like 200 nights, that would be insane because we have 3 of us. Imagine how much wood we could get. It would be insane. Plus, with her being the decorator, we can get a lot of furniture. Oh, no. Wait, she's saying that will only last a few days. I'm gonna ask, what do you mean by that particular statement of the matter in the which we currently are ongoing in speech in between persons using our vocal cords for resonation that creates sounds that make words oh wait, I'm out of characters. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Dude, I have no idea what on planet Earth she's gonna say to that. I genuinely have zero clue what she's gonna say. Well, actually, technically, we're not using our vocal cords. We're using our keyboard, so I should have said that instead. All right, Fabrics upgraded the crafting bench. Still no response to my Declaration of Independence long message. If anything, I think because of her name, she might be using a translator, which might be why she's responding pretty slowly. So I have no idea. Have fun translating that. All right, we already got the regular bed as well. I need to play a little bit better. I'm kind of focused too much. Wait, why do I have a hammer? Oh yeah, I'm the blacksmith. I forgot. Dude, this guy's building everything. We got a map. We got a bed. We got a compass, sundial, and it's all coming together right next to the crafting bench. I have a sale on farm plots. That'll actually be really useful. And biofuel processor. That'll be decently useful. We haven't gotten the first kid yet though, but because I have a spear, I can go get the first kid pretty easy. Now I just need to find a bunny foot to get to the pelt trade, and I have about a minute to do it. We also got fire level 4. I could probably go get the second kid as well. I am actually really happy with how our teammates are playing, and neither of them responded to this absolute book. Let me quickly get the good sack, eat some food, and now we're gonna go get the first and maybe even the second kid. Do have the compass. All right, he already got the first key for the first kid, so we're gonna head in there. He can grab the first kid. Both are gonna get our chest. He also has a good sack, so this is going really well. Got myself a revolver. Now let's go get the second kid, but we do need the first kid back at the base, so I'm gonna wait for him. All right, let's do this, man. You and me. Wait, okay, drop the kid, but maybe he's getting more food. I'm gonna drop it for him, though. I don't want to take his food. Just gonna throw it over for him. I don't know how much food he could hold. Okay, I think that's his max, so I'm gonna take all these. He's actually really good at the game. He filled his sack to the max. He grabbed the steak with his mouse. This is going perfect. The other person is still in the game as well, so I don't think they're gonna leave. First kid is back at the base. Let me go get the second kid now. All right, we gotta go this way. I think I genuinely caused a mass silence in my game, though. Nobody wants to respond to what I said, but at least we are still going. All right, doing really good at getting the second kid. We also got the pelt. Last wolf right here, and we're wait, why does this look like the okay, no, it doesn't. It looked like the regular wolf pelt for a second. I'm gonna bring that back for my teammates, though, because that trade usually gets you a giant sack. It might always get you the trade, but I'm not sure. Got a strong flashlight too. That will help for when we're out at night. And so far, I think we have the dream team right here. We got the girl getting us. Actually, I'm not sure if that's a girl. Kind of looks like a girl with the torso, but we got the second kid back at the base. Now what I want to do is I want to go get some wolf pelt. That way we can get the trade. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go loot. All right, we got 3 wolves right here and also some fuel. We're gonna need that. Got 1 wolf pelt, fuel canister as well. Now the worst thing on planet Earth would be if I disconnect from this game, man. I am gonna be depressed for 4 whole minutes. This is the best team we could ever have. I do not want to disconnect. I do not want to leave. I want to make a very nice base. Okay, we got our teammate already building us a crock pot. That is a really good sign. We're gonna have good food. We're gonna have all the kids pretty soon. And right now I'm just trying to get pelts for us. That way we can get some better gear. Got a rifle. That's nice. Doesn't work on the deer, unfortunately. The deer does not know what he is doing. I am a trained professional specialist in all ninja techniques. Even though I'm not using the assassin class, I still do remember them. All right, we're about to get level 5 fire as well, which means we can go get the third kid. We also got 2 wolf pelts right here. So now we just need 1 more of the alpha and 1 more of the wolf. I also do need food, but dude, we have so much food right here. I'm gonna need only a little bit though. I don't want to be too much of a moocher. I want to go get my own food too. And look, we already got more. This is perfect. Dude, our team, dude, this is working like a well-oiled machine. What did he craft? I have no idea, but I have full trust in him. Probably an old bed because we only have 1 wood. Actually, it was a good bed. We do need to make the old bed though. All right, let me head out. I'm gonna get us 1 more wolf pelt and 1 more alpha wolf pelt. We also got the stronghold right here, so we're gonna remember that location. Just need to get my pelts though. Got a building right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the bandages and I'm gonna bring them back so that my teammates and I can share them, just in case any of us get too low. All right, I got bandage, and a med kit. Still no pelt though. Seems to be very hard to find. We did get some armor though. Take that. We did get a strong axe too. I might bring that back for one of my teammates. I don't know who's gonna actually use it the most. Right now, I'm just getting pelt, so I don't really need it. So I think I'm gonna bring it back for my teammates anyway. Even if I might use it more later, I'll bring it back for one of them to use now. I'm gonna say in the chat, I got a strong axe for one of you, bringing it back to the base. All right, bringing this back to the base. Whoever wants it, and we even got a basketball at the base. That is perfect. We're gonna take care of this raid pretty quickly, and there we go. That was really easy. Just need the more pelts though. Furniture traders here today. We got another alpha wolf pelt as well. I'm gonna ask them, can you guys give furniture for the base? Because she has the decorator class. She can get an extra piece and we can't. Actually, no idea if it's a she or a he. I don't want to say it either. We'll say my teammate. Finally got the last wolf pelt as well. Fabric said he's gonna go get some furniture, but he is not the decorator class, so that might not be a good thing. Or my teammate's decorator class might not be a higher level to get the extra trade. I'm not sure what level you get that at, but now I have my 2 extra pelts, so we're gonna put them here and here, and I'm gonna use these 2. Gonna get some revolver ammo, and then we'll take the giant sack. Almost fire level 6. We have so much stuff in our bench as well. Dude, more cultist gems. Wait, why has nobody made the old bed yet? I'm gonna make us the old bed. I think that is a wise use of our materials. It is a little weird with all this stuff right here, but because I have the hammer, we can move around this base all we want. Let's go get the third kid though, because we do need to get him for the multiplier, and apparently bro does not want to be clicked on. I'm clicking. Wait, what? I literally can't find where the third kid is. I can't click him. Hold on. Am I doing something wrong? There we go. Okay, might have been because I had the hammer out. All right, we got the owl waking up as well, so I do have to be careful. And I also have to be really careful to try and get the third kid right now, because it is pretty much right at the beginning of night. Owl landed here. I need to kill this wolf fast or I'm dead. Okay, just barely survived that. I'm gonna go get the feather when I can. All right, got that. Got an oil barrel too. That's useful. Got a defense blueprint. We will use that for our base. Both teammates are still in the game. Wait, our teammate just built a red camping chair, which means they might have gone and gotten the furniture. So that's pretty good. They're building a purple beanbag, red camping chair. No idea how, but that counts as base building. We also got the bear pelt. That's good. Bringing back the third kid to the base. We're already on day 21 and it's been less than half an hour. Even from when I was trying to search for people, it's been less than half an hour. I have no idea how long we've actually been in this game. All right, third kid is back at the base. Close to getting the level 6 fire. So far, we got a red camping chair and a purple beanbag. Not bad. It is a start. So let's keep going. I am very curious how this is going to turn out in the end. Wait a second. My teammate also brought some bandages, so I'm going to leave some of mine right here as well. Drop a med kit too. I'm going to take one bandage bag though, just in case. I do need food though. Dude, I need to take my med kit. What am I seeing? I just saw them fly on top of each other. All right, I need some food. And there's a bear. Okay, this is really not good. I'm heading back towards the base. Yo, I need food now. I need food right now. I'm gonna die without it. The owl too. Dude, just give me a piece of meat. Just give me a piece of meat. I can't. All right, well, this is not good. The owl blocked the meat that I was trying to get. But I'm assuming that our teammates, they're pretty good. They're gonna come get us in, I would say, 45 seconds. So by 2 minutes and 15 seconds, yeah, look at that. We have a quick action response team with an EMS and a paramedic. Probably the same thing. I have no idea. On their way to come get me. Wait, why are they stopping? Okay, no, they're not stopping. They're coming right for me. Med kit in hand. They will do everything in their power to make me live. I appreciate you both. That was even before the time that I guessed. I'm gonna say thank you very much. That was actually pretty cool. They both came to get me within 2 seconds. I have some very good teammates on my hands. So let's just continue, get all of our necessities like the kids in the beds, and then that's when we start building the base. Fire is complete as well, so we can go get the fourth kid whenever we're ready. There we go. Iron armor, definitely needed that. And what's good about this place is that if anything comes to kill me, aka the deer, even though he probably won't because it is a raid day, I can always go on top of this antenna tower and I'm pretty much guaranteed to be safe. I just have to take out the crossbow guys, or I can just walk side to side like this. Now, because I have the hammer, I can pick up furniture like this and bring it with me. I forgot about that. So let me grab all these. I need to bring more of these kind of things with me back to the base as well, because we want to build a nice base. I'm also going to try to bring back this iron armor for somebody. All right, I do see one of them with leather armor, so I'm going to give my teammate this iron armor. And we actually have a nice base going too. We got 4 camping chairs, 2 bean bags. The bear trade is here today, so let me use my bear pelt. Wow, I actually don't need any of these. I guess strong flashlight, hoping it drops on the floor. I don't think it will though. That kind of sucks. But I'm gonna take all the fuel that I got. We're gonna have in a separate pile over here just for when we need it. Looking very nice. We now need to go get the fourth kid, so I'm gonna try to do that. But it also would be nice to have the help of my teammates. Unless one of them's already going over there. I think he might be. No, okay, he's not. I'm gonna say, follow me. Let's go get the fourth kid. Dude, what is this? 152 scrap and 80 wood. This is the most unseen sight in all of 99 Nights in the Forest. Every teammate I usually have spends everything, but nah, we got some rich rollers over here getting everything. This is insane. All right, I see it right there. We got the 2 of us. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around it. Hopefully they see where I'm going. Yeah, okay, we're good. And in that way, we could just take out the bears from up here. I'm gonna use my revolver and just do the swap trick. Oh, wait, my teammate knows the trick too. They're swapping between the rifle and the revolver. We only have 1 left back here. I think 2. Oh, I just made the owl mad. Okay, I think we should be good though. The owl is stuck down there. I do not want to fall down right now, especially not by a wolf that spawns on me. That would be not very good. Wait, is my teammate going back to the base? I think my teammate's going back to the base. I think I'm alone now. All right, well, I appreciate. Oh, well, okay, no, they're back. We only have 1 bear, but he's shielded by the owl. We only got 3 seconds left till day. We also got 2 bear pelts down there. Everybody should be able to get the bear pelt trade. There we go. 3 bear pelts. We got the key. An absolute insane amount of food. Wait, I just heard a mythic chest. My teammate found a mythic chest down there. I have no idea what they found, but that does sound very nice. Oh, wait, we got a giant sack right here. I'm gonna bring that back for my teammate. All right, perfect. We all got giant sacks now. Gonna bring back a ton of food as well. All 3 of us are still in the game. This is going well. We have all 4 kids on day 42. Just gotta bring her back. Then it's all about getting the last bed, which that should be really easy. We could go to the stronghold, take that out in in 5 seconds, have all beds, all the kids, and then it's building our base, which we'll need a lot of wood for, but then again, it's 3 of us getting wood, or maybe 2 of us. I'm not sure what Fabrics is doing right now. Probably looting. Dude, 80 wood, 150 scrap. This is insane. We also got a piece of cake right here. I have no idea who brought that back. Not gonna eat it though. Dude, the chainsaw. That's perfect for this run. We need the chainsaw. I'm gonna say, can you help me do... I'm gonna say, can you guys help me do the stronghold? Everyone's back at the base too, so this is perfect. We'll see what they say. 4th kid is back. Fabric said yes. I'm gonna say, okay, follow me now. We can be safe inside of the stronghold at night. He's also building us some defense blueprints. Very nice. All right, this is looking pretty good. He's building some barbed wire. We got 2 sections of 3 of them. Okay, he said he needs food. My teammate's saying that they have a lot of lag. So I'm gonna say, okay, no worries. Fabrics and I will go get the stronghold done, which should definitely get us the cultist gems that we need for the giant bed. I'm also gonna get the craft image 4. He said, ahoy we go. I think he meant ahoy, but let's go. So I think it's just gonna be us 2. And then my teammate's probably gonna be getting some kind of resource. Maybe wood, hopefully, now that they have the chainsaw. Get inside. It's only the level 1, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. That is an absolute monstrosity of cultists. I had no... Dude. Yo, Fabrics, back out, man. We gotta be... Wait, what? Why are there only 3 now? What was that? That's a little weird. And now there's only 3 here. I have no idea why there were so many in the beginning. My teammate might be getting low. He's not helping me anymore. Okay, he's helping me. He's using his ray gun now. Oh, wait, my teammate's here. Do not use the chainsaw. I repeat, do not. You will die. Need to take a med kit. Maybe on these guys you can use the chainsaw. All right, we got all 3 of us here. I mean, that's fine. We're gonna get a ton of furniture coins. Dude, my ears are being destroyed with this chainsaw. My teammate's about to die too. Gotta be careful. I'm taking all the arrow guy hits right now. I need to take a bandage. All right, with that, we got the 2nd floor done. Gonna be a little bit more careful with the 3rd floor because we are all taking a lot of damage now. Dude, I am so low. I am 1 shot. Let me take my last bandage. Gotta be careful. No, wait, my teammate's not even moving. I think they might lag out. Okay, teammate's moving now. We're good. No one's lagged out yet, but we have 2 more crossbow guys here. I'm hungry. I'm low on health. This is not going good. Really low on health now. This should be the last wave. Okay, it's not. Interesting. We have a little bit more to go. I'm so hungry, though. I might just die now. We need to get this done. It's still not done. I think these are the last 3 we need to take out, though. I'm gonna just wing it. Just go for it. Just full sprint. I might die. I'm dead. Avenge my death, brethren. Make my life worth... Oh, they left. Wait, what? Oh, I'm self-reviving. Dude, my teammate died too. I'm self-reviving right now. No. Nah, you're 1 HP. I'm not trusting that. Dude, 2 of us died. 2 of us. And 1 was left at 1 HP. We could have lost the entire run right there just by being a little too reckless. Dude, I'm gonna say I self-revived so that they don't think I left. All right, let's go back to the stronghold. I don't have a bandage to heal my teammate. Wait, we do have bandages though on the shelf back here. I'm gonna go grab a couple of those. Yeah, there they are. Okay, we're good. Stronghold opens again later. Not going back there probably. All right, we're back. Not sure. Okay, my teammate is alive now. I think someone opened the mythic chest. Can we even wait, can we not open the mythic chest? Dude, what is this absolute scam? I don't think we can open it. The tree's in the way. I can open this chest at least, but that's actually not good at all. Even then, even if someone opened the mythic chest already, I should be able to at least get the gold chest that spawns underneath it. I can't access it. There we go. I got it. Okay, I barely got inside the tree. We're good. That is a little frustrating though. Got some kunai, not bad. Wait, no, I didn't even access it. They cut down the tree. That's actually genius. Who did that? That was smart. Okay, cool. We got what we need. Now let's go back to the base. So we got 2 more forest gem fragments. We have the cultist gems in here. So let's get the giant bed. And there we go. We have all 4 beds and all 4 kids. So now I'm gonna say, let's all go get a bunch of wood to build walls for our amazing... All right, my teammate died trying to use the chainsaw, it seems. And there we go. Raid is complete. So now let's go get all the wood that we can possibly get. And then I'm gonna replant the saplings in this area back here. So we keep getting even more wood. I have no idea the kind of base that we could build. I'm also saying, let's also get torches to make the biggest base. I want to make this huge. So I'm gonna get us some torches. All 10 of them. Gonna put them around the kids' tent. Wait a second. I think Fabrics might be AFK. That is a little alarming. But for now, we're just gonna continue to build our base and hopefully he'll come back soon. Yeah, he's not moving. That is not good. Still not moving. It does take 20 minutes to disconnect, but no idea what could have happened. Wait a second. My teammate just built an orange rug. I think that means that they're using the hammer to also get more furniture. That's perfect. We also are having a very nice base being built so far. Not bad at all. I'm not even building it neither. I'm just getting stuff. There we go. Okay, my teammate is back too. That's good. All right. We got a decent arc built for our walls so far, and my teammates are building some very nice furniture in here as well, even what seems to be a nice dining table. So let me get a stew from right here and put it in the center. There we go. We got, oh look, I'm in the cutscene too. What's up, guys? Yeah, there we go. My teammates also getting a cutscene. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Wait, what? You can climb on the deer. Interesting. This is looking really nice. My teammates got 3 stews so far for our dinner table. Got a nice seating area right here. Very nice farm. More chairs. And all of our beds were moved to back here to look just a little bit nicer. And this wall is going to be absolutely massive. All right. We've got the wall going pretty nice now. But I'm going to go get the furniture trader to get more furniture. And I am actually really happy with what my teammates are doing. One of them is going out into the winter biome. I'm not sure why. But the other one is building some pretty cool stuff at our base. All right. Let's get a snowman, otherwise known as Kevin. Fairy lights, blue pillows, curved hedgerows, signpost, regular hedgerows, and trellises. This does look very nice. We got a steak, morsel, and 4 stews for a very nice dining table right here. I'm gonna drop all my furniture back here as well, and I think my teammate should see it and start building some stuff with it, and that would be really cool. Because I'm curious, I always build stuff in my way, but if my teammate builds it in their way, I'm curious to see what we'll end up having. All right, with this, we now have our first gem of the forest as well, because we just took out a raid. So maybe if we get one more, we can actually start building some cool stuff, like the respawn anchor. I think it's called the respawn capsule, and then the temporal accelerometer, which would be pretty cool. We're on day 121, and the wall is coming together very nice right now. We got maybe 25% left. We're gonna have the door be right here. My teammate hasn't noticed the furniture yet, it seems, but maybe they will in a bit. All right, this will finish the wall for us, like that. We now have the entire base walled off and a ton of room to do pretty much anything we want. So what I want to do is actually build us a little forest area in this backside. That way we could fill in the base a little bit without using too many resources. All right, we got to start to it, but we're definitely going to get more saplings from the trees that we have planted right here. I'm really hoping my teammates don't break it down thinking I planted it for wood. My teammate is lagging, walking at half a mile an hour, jumping like they're on the moon, but I'm hoping that they start placing these furnitures because I don't want to do it. I want to see the creativity of my teammate. All right, my teammate's now building us some furniture. We got a hedgerow curved right there, icy throne right here. The forest I got back there is starting to go, so I'm gonna get the saplings over here and finish off the forest. But so far, for random people that I'm playing with, this is a very, very good base. All right, that should be enough for a nice forest section back here. We'll see how that grows in. We also got Kevin and the icy throne right next to each other, as I always usually do. Got a nice semicircle with a seating area right here. This would be a cool place to read a book. Trellis out in the middle of nowhere. Still adds a little bit to the base. We also have a signpost and lights coming at the door. Now the blue pillow right there, as well as a very interestingly placed hedgerow. I think they're gonna pick that up. Yep, there we go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get us a bunch of shelves and get us a bunch of stews, and we're gonna have a food supply. No, my teammate has to leave. Dude, I can't believe this. My teammate, who I played 139 days with, has to leave. All right, my friend is leaving. No, his stuff is now on the floor. His character is about to disappear. This is a sad day. All right, I just built a bunch of shelves as well. We're gonna try to fill all of these with a bunch of different types of foods. So we're gonna start out with carrots because that's the easiest. But because we want a bunch of foods, I'm gonna make a bunch of farm plots as well. Luckily enough for me, they are cheap, and we're gonna build a second asterisk looking farm right here. All right, we're gonna have this first shelf right here be for carrots. Then we're gonna have this second one be for stew. There we go. Looking very nice. So now we just need to keep filling this in with different foods. All right, I'm gonna head out to get some more food, like the chicken leg looking meat and also some steak, because those are the two kind of foods I want to get next. No, you don't have to go. Dude, my teammate has to leave now. Oh, everything is being dropped. Dude, no. Oh, no. I'm all alone now. This is not good. I'm also lagging. So I do not like this. Why am I lagging? Okay, maybe I'm not lagging. I think that guy just got stuck in a weird place. All right, that is where I'm gonna leave the base. We just finished a raid, and this is just sad. I'm gonna pick up these pumpkins and I'm gonna put them over here where they belong, but that is it. This is sad. This is the final day of our base, so now let's do a base tour. Starting out, we have our massive log wall going out to the level 10 torch limit, making it the biggest base possible. Then we have some fairy lights for our entryway, as well as a green signpost built not by me, but one of my teammates. Over here, we have a very cozy, what seems to be a reading area with hedgerows, pillows for you to sit down, a couple trellises out here just for some design. We had some food right here. I'm not sure who ate it or who spilled this stew, but we're gonna put it back right there with our very nice dining table. Back here we have our medicine shelf where we have bandages, 2 med kits. Then here is our farm where I just made an absolute ton of stuff. Back here we have our boy Kevin with his very nice chair. Kevin is actually who defends the base from every single cultist. You just can't see him, he's too fast. Then back here we have an empty shelf because I'm not sure why. But we also have back here a very nice forest that I planted, which adds a little bit to the base because the base is huge, so we need to fill it in a little bit with something, and I thought it would add a little bit of design. Then we have the 4 kids tents with 2 torches each, and we have our own little rug right here. Another seating area right here, more seating around the campfire with some bean bags if you want to get real comfy. And one of my favorite parts of the base is the food storage we have here, which is absolutely insane. We have carrots, stews, corn, pumpkins, a piece of cake, cooked morsel, and cooked steak. We also got a few traps here, which seems to be used in a raid because we have a couple of cultist bodies right here. But with that, that is our entire base. It is very nice. I'm so glad to have built this with random people. One of the best bases that I could have imagined for this challenge. Not even a challenge. This was just fun. Today, I'm going to be building the biggest base in 99 Nights in the Forest. You may not have used these before, but in the crafting bench, when you hit level 3, you can craft torches, which when placed down, which I'm not going to do exactly right now, will expand the circle of your base out even further. And you could place a total of 10 torches, which will take 60 wood and 60 scrap. But first, let's go get the fire to max level. Oh, no way. I just found a mythic chest out of nowhere. Let me get the chainsaw out of this. Okay, tactical. I will take that. That'll help us for the stronghold. At least it's not the riot shield. Anything but the riot shield, and I'm okay with whatever it is. All right, this should be enough to get us to level 6. There we go. So now we have the largest possible circle without using torches. But before making this the biggest base ever, we're gonna build a wall. Then after placing 5 torches, another wall. And then finally, when we have the biggest size possible, another wall made out of trees, which is gonna take so long to get. So let's first start out with our very first wall, which is gonna be out of the wood rain storages. You can craft as many of these as you want, so I think I made about 6 right there. Gonna place them facing this way, kind of like this. We're gonna go all the way around in a circle, and that way when anyone wants to come in the base, they're gonna be stuck doing this. They literally can't get over it, especially because the slope is this way. So I can go out, but they can't come in. But before we finish building this wall, I'm gonna go get the first kid because I do want to have all 4 kids for this base. There we go. We got the key. Drop it in. Also, quick tip, if you're a solo player with bad internet, kind of like me, how I disconnect sometimes, have your alt sit in the game and feed him a stew every once in a while. Because then when you reconnect, you can just join right back, and although you'll lose some stuff, you won't lose your run. But this should be the first kid right here. There we go. I can go get the second kid hopefully before the next day. All right, got the second key. I might even be able to get the third kid before the end of the day. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Take this alpha wolf pelt too for the trader. All right, we have the second kid. Gonna place the kid next to the tent area for where the second kid's tent is usually placed. That way I can make sure it places down and it doesn't glitch. Now let's see if we can get the third kid before the end of the day. Night is approaching, so we don't have too long. Oh no, the deer's here. I have to hope this tack can one-shot a bear. He's a little slower than me just because it is a very early day. Oh, it doesn't one-shot. Oh well, it's pretty close, not gonna lie. If I can I got the key. Now if I wrap around these trees, he should be too slow. Got stuck on the tree too. Put the key in, put the key in. Get down here into the room. He can't touch me in here. No way he can. All right, I should be good. So we're not gonna make it back to the base, but we are somewhat safe in here. It's just we'll get a wolf spawn probably. Yep, there's a wolf. Yo, dude. No. That's not fair. That's not fair. All right, if you fit through that door, I am uninstalling this game, even though it is quite literally a game that's played on servers. Oh, there we go. Got a strong axe. No, dude. My heart dropped. My heart dropped. I'm about to die though. I need food. Well, Robux always come in handy. Okay, we got our stuff back. We gotta now continue actually building the base. But I do think I want to get the 4th kid first. If we have all 4 kids, we can start placing down furniture, which is what I really want to do. We'll place the 3rd kid near where the tent is. Perfect. There we go. Got another legendary. I don't have that many coins though, so we're just gonna buy one of those and a trellis. Those are always useful. And then I'm gonna go loot the stronghold. That way we can get a lot more coins. There we go. First clear the stronghold. We have about 85 85 coins. There we go. Chainsaw, first try. We're going to need that, especially for the very outer wall where I'm going to need a ton of saplings. I'm going to go get the fourth kid now. That way our base will be complete, at least on the inside, enough so where we can add furniture. And then after that, we're going to have to get so much scrap, but just for all the walls that we need to build. Also got a defense blueprint. I'll take one of those. There we go. Get the kid. Also got a med kit. We'll need that. Fourth kid is officially in the base. We also have all our pelts here ready for the pelt trader. And now we can start decorating. We do have two light things. One of them being an arch and one of them being kind of like two poles together. So we're going to give them to both of the girls. Second kid will get this one. And the fourth kid will get this one. And the lightning rod is in the way. So there we go. All right, that looks nice. They have some lights to their tents. And we do need to go get more scrap now because I do want to finish that wall. That'll help a ton with raids, and especially because my alt account, he's sitting right here. I literally have to come save him every time there's a raid. There is the pelt trader, so we're gonna pick up everything in reverse order. Wolf pelt, I'll take a spear. Sir, are you okay? I didn't see what happened, man. Sir? Okay, there we go. He's back. We got the strong flashlight. And then finally for the bear pelt, we'll take the iron armor. That was pretty useful, not gonna lie. Hey, you get away from him. Hey, you stay back. That is my son. I don't know. It's my alt account, man. All right, there we go. Raid is complete. We are safe. And we have a ton of scrap to maybe finish the wall. Just maybe. All right, let's see if I have enough. Probably not, but we're gonna get a huge chunk done. Gonna have to take this wall in a little bit as it is going on a lake. So we're about maybe halfway done, slightly under halfway done now. Still have to get so much scrap though. Furniture trader is back though. We have enough coins to buy, I think, everything. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Yep, we have a decent amount left over too. All right, let's start placing some furniture. We could put a blue rug at the front and the back of the blue tent. That'll look a little nice. We have a green camping chair that doesn't really fit anywhere per se. So I'm gonna put that as a little work chair. Well, I have 3 of them. So I mean, we could put them around here, have them as little chairs to cozy up by the fire. Then for the yellow camping chair will be a porch chair for Squid Kid. For the blue camping chair will be a porch chair for the Kraken Kid, which actually we have 2 of them. So I'm going to do one of these, and we have 2 yellow chairs as well. So I'm going to do one of these. Then we have some trellises. We're going to save those because I'm not sure what I want to do with the farm yet. Maybe I want to finish the wall first. I do want to fix it a little bit. This does look a little awkward. So to do that, we're gonna go down to the anvil here and make ourselves a hammer. All right, we've got the anvil set up. Oh, and we're just raining literal cats and dogs today. Okay, we need 5 scrap, 5 logs. I have the 5 scrap right here, I'm pretty sure. This should count. Yep, all 5. And then logs are just right outside. Get a few of these trees. Oh wow, 5 logs from 1 tree. I will take that. And it'll start crafting. And we'll take that. We got the hammer now. All right, furniture trader back in town. What you got for me, sir? I will literally just buy out your entire stock if you don't mind. Oh, there we go. This is gonna give us a ton of scrap right here. Oh no, the deer. He can't walk through those doors, can he? No, I don't want to wait around and find out. I'm going back here. No way. 2 car engines right next to each other. That's exactly what we need. Another one back here. Oh yeah, the deer did get in. I see him right there. Not opening this door. Yo, why are there so many alpha wolves inside the house? Dude, did you not read the doormat? No wolves inside the house. I'm kidding right now, dude. I gotta get out of here. Why are there 3 of them? What is this? This is a bad dream. I'm getting out of here, man. Okay, it's daytime. We're good. That was a little not to my liking. All right, if I could take this guy out, I think that's the last of them. All right, we got another building. Not gonna loot it now, though. Good to know for later. All right, just a casual 83 scrap. That should be enough to finish the wall, hopefully before we die. I'm gonna drop all my furniture real quick. See if we can craft this stuff pretty fast. All right, that might be enough. Gotta place this fast. All right, we're not gonna make it in time, but we added to it, definitely. Only have this little small section open. Dude, no way. I can hit them through the wall too. That's perfect. Let's see. Okay. Oh, whoa. Hey, hit me back. That's not fair. That's actually not fair, bro. All right, let's finish this first wall. Almost there. We're on our last 2. And there we go. The entire base is now surrounded. And if I want to get in on my own, just squeeze through this one sideways. There we go. I did build 1 extra, but I'm going to use that to hold some saplings because I'm about to get 3,000 saplings from this thing right here. It's the most satisfying boring thing you'll ever see, but it's the most painful thing to ever clean up in the world. No idea what's going on. I just hear noises and then I move around randomly. Okay, yeah, no idea where I'm gonna... I think I'll just put this wood in the fire. I literally don't need it. Actually, I'm gonna put it in the crafting table. Don't know what I'm gonna need in the future. All right, we're gonna store the saplings back here. Oh, there we go. Just hit day 99 as well. All right, now I'm gonna place some of the incredible amount of furniture that I have. Trellises, we're gonna sort over here. All of the fences we'll put in a pile like this next to the beds. We'll use those later. Get this one, this one, this one. Just pick those up and put these over here. There we go. So we have a red rug. We can put the rug similarly to how we did for the blue tent. One in back, one in front. And then what I want to do is put one on the side, kind of far off, like it's got to be parallel to the tent-ish. Like that. Then I'm gonna pick up this blue one using the hammer, and we're gonna do the same thing right here. And I'll show you why. Because we need to take these beds and move them to each of the tents. But the thing is, I do need the giant bed for the blue one. I just need more scrap. Place down these last bits of furniture, like the bookshelf, which is gonna be behind the bed. Gotta make it line up like this. Same thing for over here. Boom, perfect. Then for a green signpost, I think we're gonna put that somewhere near our farm, because green means vegetables. I'm also gonna stuff this full of all the saplings we have, just because I'm not trying to break down the trees and replant them. I'm gonna go get other trees that are on the map, but we already have a decent collection. I also do need to move some of this stuff that's in the way, like this, and okay, that's not what I wanted. We'll pick it up, pick up the light. Can we not? Okay, there we go. We can pick up the light. Wait, there we go. Okay, it's kind of hard to pick up, but we got it. So we're gonna move it, I guess, outside here. That's the best spot, really. I don't want it inside the base. For the boost pad, I think I am gonna make a door somewhere. We're gonna make a door right here, so you could literally just boost right out of the place. And then what I'm gonna do is pick up this, and then we'll put all of our defensive blueprints around this door, so that even if people try to come through, they'll most likely die. Gonna put this here for more saplings, because we're probably gonna need that. Furniture trader is also back. Whoa, deer trophy. I haven't seen this before. I'm gonna get it. This is about to be a cool base. But we do have a red bean bag, so we're gonna put that. Can't put it in the tent, but I can put it pretty far in the tent, like that. That looks pretty cool. I have another red bean bag. We're gonna put that on the side here so that it'll be next to the bed. We have another yellow camping chair. Dude, you don't need any more camping chairs. So I guess we could put it behind for now. Maybe this will be like, I don't know, his private reading chair. Purple camping chair, that's easy. Put one here and one here, like little front porch chairs. We also have some log benches. I think we could just add those to be around the fire, kind of like this. Wait a second. Oh, dude, everything just got in the base. I gotta move my altar count with my finger. Hold up, move out the way. Come here. No, I'm the one you want. I'm the one you want. You don't want him. You don't want him. I promise you don't want him. I'm the one you want. I'm the guy who's been raiding your guys' stronghold. Okay, there's so many people here. I'm gonna stand up top. Shoot down these guys. Get this guy. Not all of them yet. Okay, I need to put defenses around that door. Like now. They all got in 1 second. There we go. That is all of them. Now let me put down these defense blueprints. So what do we have? We have a spikes. We have barbed wire. And we have more barbed wire. We're gonna start out with the spikes, which we can place perfectly in between like this. Now we could do the same thing, I think 2 more times in this little gap. And there's 3 of them all right here. Perfect. But because we have a lot more of these barbed wire, we're gonna put them... Oh, wait. I can't even place them down. We'll wait till I expand the base. We'll do that then. All right. We have a ton of scrap now. We can build the rest of the torches we need, at least for the first stage, which we're gonna place only 5, and then the rest of the 5 when we have our second wall done. And you know what? I'm gonna place it like right here for a light, and then we'll do the same thing over here for a light. Just back up to the side. And then for these, we'll put them next to the farm, kind of by the corners like this. But now our circle doesn't just reach out to the shelves, but much farther, which is where we're gonna build our second wall. And we're gonna build this second wall using shelves. So if I can't get too close to the line, we can build one here. And then I guess for this side, we'll start building the other ones right here. And then we'll loop it all the way around, and we'll have 2 total walls. I can also place my defensive blueprints now, where I'll put them kind of like overlapping where they meet in the middle, just so that anybody who wants to get in this base is gonna have a very hard time. We're also gonna put a couple right here. If I can get them in the gap, like one here and one right here as well. I'm also gonna fix the positioning of this one. It's not really... Wait, I have another defensive blueprint? Oh, dude, I guess I'm gonna save this one for the tree wall. Didn't know I had that. I'm in a very tense situation right now. now. I need my med kit. Dude, the deer is going Mach 17 on me. Maybe I can get him stuck on this wall. Okay, he should be stuck on the wall now. Okay, now I just need to survive these animals. There's so many of them though. Can't go too far to the sides if the deer is gonna finally reach me. Can't go too far away or the deer will respawn. But we should be good. 10 more. There's another wolf. And there's 2 wolves. Can't go too far away. Don't want him to despawn. 3 seconds. Okay, we're good. There we go. That was a little close. Got another base over here as well. That should give us a ton of scrap. All right, we're getting raided tonight. I'm excited to see if the deer is going to eat me or not. Okay, we're good. The raid literally saved me. But I'm excited to see whether or not our new entryway is going to work out. Also, quick tip, get the deer stuck on trees kind of like that if he's hungry or if he's running fast. Because that way, you'll have extra time to run around places. No way. I think I'm seeing them all die. Dude, I literally see the health bars just depleting. Look at this. Yeah, I need to get this piece of iron armor to my ult account just because I do not want him to die. Let me put it on real quick. There we go. Dude, they're literally just here. I can't even pick them up. All right, now that we have a ton of scrap, we can make a bunch of these shelves. Probably gonna use half my scrap, go place them, and then use the other half because my inventory is getting full. Probably have like 30 items, maybe more. But let's start placing them. No way. I just found 2 facilities and another building with a mythic chest in it right next to each other. Dude, this is the best possible, I don't know, RNG seed, whatever you want to call it. And there's 2 cakes here, so I can instantly heal myself. All right, let's take the bandage. We're gonna need that. Eat these cakes. Why not? Bandage. Take that too. Mythic chest. No idea what could be in here. Maybe thorn armor. That's what I want. Kunai aren't bad. I'll put that over here. I guess I could use it for some ammo. Oh, there's a deer and a lightning strike, of course. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. I shouldn't have walked in here. Oh, dude. I'm literally parkouring to get. Oh, dude. Medkit right now. Yes. Okay. I'm medkitted. Get in here. Get in here. You do not walk through windows. You stay back. I am hiding in this corner. I'm not moving till it's dead. Don't you come to the door. Don't you gain intelligence on me now. Yes. Stay there. Please stay there or I'm gonna die. Dude, I actually was like 3 seconds away from dying right there. My health. No. You can look in here, but you're not entering. Okay? We have a deal. You can poke your horns through the wall all you want. Break physics. All right. Finally. That was a close call. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man. There's like 17 of these guys, bro. I'm glad they don't know how to jump for some reason. I'm so glad I got these kunai too. All right, we took out all the cultists finally. Now we can loot. All right, we only have a minute left at daytime. I need to loot this as fast as possible. Oil barrel, I need that to relight the fire. All right, I've got 20 seconds. I'm out of here. I didn't get all the loot, but I got a good portion of it. Campfire's out of fuel. I don't even really know where I'm going. I think this is the right way. I'm gonna put my bandages towards the front of my inventory. That way I know I can grab them quickly. I have a ton of them too. I hear the deer. Wait, he's at the base. Yeah, that's because, oh no, he's killing my ult account, but he might not kill it all the way because I'm pretty sure he's gonna unspawn. Oh wait, no, there's a wolf killing me. Never mind. Okay, we at least found the base. That's good. Yep, ult is dead. But if I can just get back inside the base, these guys probably gonna die. Okay, not yet. If I just put all my stuff here and get it, there we go. Fire is relit. That's all we needed. All we needed. Now kunai, get rid of this alpha wolf. There we go. Revive my ult account. Gonna be crafting an oil drill. Costs a lot of scrap, but we need it badly. Gonna put it right here. Well, at least the wall's working pretty nicely. I think I can hit them through it too, so that's very easy. I think these are the last 2 right here. Just hit them through the wall. Yep, that's all of them. All right, here's our furniture trader. I have almost 300 coins, dude. I'm just buying out everything you got, man. All right, we have another fairy light double, so we're gonna put that right behind the Kraken Kids tent. I also need to move this rug. This is off center. Gonna put a purple signpost back here. There we go. The rug is a little bit more centered. We have a blue signpost. Put that right here. And then we'll put the fairy lights just like that. Have a purple pillow. See if we could fit this in the behind of the tent. Almost. We'll just put it like that. Looks very nice. All right. We got a bunch more scrap. This might be enough to finish out the wall. Yeah, we only got like a quarter of it left. All right. Looks like we're gonna need just a tiny bit more. Maybe like 6 more scrap. Furniture trader is back today. 260 coins. I will take everything you've got, my good sir. Thank you very much. All right. This is definitely enough. I'm gonna make 3 shelves just in case. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make 2. It won't take too long to get a third. Right here. Yep, 2 is all I'll need. And, well, actually, no, I'm gonna put a third just in case because I don't want anyone slipping through. And there we go. 2 walls, 100% complete. I might get rid of these doors later. We'll see. But now it is time for the last 5 torches. We have the first one here. We have 3 more, but I need 3 more scrap to get 1 last torch. So I'm gonna go try try to find that as fast as possible. Oh, there we go. Right there, 3 scrap. Dude, this base is huge. Like, this actually looks cool. I do need to declutter this place, but we will do that. This base will be pristine condition by the end of this video. But now for... Wait, what? Oh, I had an extra torch in my inventory. I didn't even see that. But let's add our final 5 torches. So we'll put one right here, and we'll do the same thing on this side of this bookshelf. Then we'll put some more by the farm, just like this. And then our final one right here. And now if we go look at the circle, it's got even bigger. We'll have a 3rd layer wall right here, all made out of trees. And speaking of trees, I have a ton of wood that I'm going to put into the fire. All right, fill up these with the last bit of saplings where I have so many that it's lagging my game. I think this might be enough to build the final wall. So we're going to get a full 25 sack of them and just go and plant them. All right, just one by one. Nothing too fancy. Otherwise, this would take forever. Okay, this is interesting. We're going to go around this side of the lake. A full 25 sack got me that much of the circle. I might not have enough. All right, grab another 25. Almost done with this right side already. All right, let's use up all the saplings on the right side. Make sure we're not missing any. Then we can take from the left as well. All right, another 25. Yeah, definitely not going to have enough, but this was a very huge help. Can't necessarily see the circle back here, so I'm going to go to where I can see the circle. Oh, wait, I can't even see the circle at all over here. Okay, well, we're going to start from over here, and we'll fill in what we can, probably by eye. And let's grab another 25. Oh, I'm about to run out. All right, we got a decent bit of the circle done. We have this little arc right here. Then we didn't plant over here because I can't see the circle exactly. And we have another pretty big arc on this side, but still nowhere near to being done. So we're going to have to grind out saplings. Oh, nah. No, thank you, my good sir. All right, we're good. That was close though. What the what? Yo, how did you do that? Bro, it was Houdini. This might be bad. My phone just ran out of battery. Furniture traders back in town. Take this, 2 of these, some of these. Oh, wow. 3 fairy light singles. Bro is spoiling me today. There are so many things around my base. We have like 15,000 saplings, 10,000 people. I genuinely need to clean up this base. All right, I've done a decent job of cleaning up. Can't get these pieces of meat here. So, oh, wait, okay, I got one. Maybe I can get the other one like that. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, never mind. So we've cleaned up a lot of the base, and we're very close to having this sapling wall finished. We just need to go and get a bunch more. Furniture traders back. Not even gonna look at anything. Just gonna keep clicking the green button until it goes away. There we go. Just about to finish the tree wall. Make sure these are very nice. There we go. The tree wall is now in place. We just have to plant it. So I'm gonna beat this quick raid and then plant these saplings, and then we're gonna clean up the base because it is messy. All right, raid has been beat. Let's plant all of these saplings now. Fix up these 3 real quick though. All right, and let's start. Just spamming the Iki as fast as I can so I could do this while walking without pausing. So far, no saplings haven't planted yet. This is looking good. I'm worried about some saplings that are on elevated ground that sometimes don't plant. Yeah. Oh, we have a problem here. All these ones up top, they're not gonna plant. We're gonna have to figure out a way around it. I'm also lagging out a bit. All right, there we go. We have planted almost all of it. We're gonna have to figure out how to fix the rest over here. Could we plant them here? Okay, they plant right there. So we're gonna have to make a little go around right here with these saplings, just like this. So we're gonna have to go get a few more. But while we wait for daytime, I'm gonna clean up a bit around the base. Oh, there we go. A lot of it's already planted, and this looks huge compared to the last base I built. Like, actually insane, the difference. All right, we have enough saplings now. Let's plant these, and hopefully they'll all grow by the next day if we plant them right now. All right, this looks good to me. Plant all of these. There we go. Okay, we should have a fully grown wall very soon. So now let's clean up the interior of the base to look as good as possible. Dude, this is actually insane how I could barely see the end of my own base right now. That is insane. Deer's hungry tonight. He ain't getting nothing. Even if he didn't care about light and fire and heat, and actually, I don't know about heat, but even if he didn't care about light anymore, he ain't getting in. So I'm gonna use the hammer, and I'm gonna pick up pretty much everything except for what surrounds the kids' tent, and even the oil drill. Actually, how close is that? We could pick that up last. I don't know if I want to pick up the torches. If I pick up the torches, maybe the base shrinks. So I'm going to do that one at a time later. All right, I think we have most things picked up. Let's just drop it all right back here. And we're going to place things as we go. We have so much stuff. I'm going to eat the rest of these carrots. But there we go. Our wall is now 90% complete. I don't think anything on planet Earth or the moon could get in here. See, I don't even see the moon. It doesn't want to see. Oh, well, is that that's probably the sun. Yeah, that's, okay, never mind. So let's see where I want to put things. We have a defense blueprint right here. So I might just put that on a door right here. All right, we'll put our defensive blueprint. Has to be somewhat inside the oh wow, has to be really far inside. I think I have an idea for that though. I could go out and get a few more saplings and have a row of them coming in here. Plant one there, and then they'll continue on like a hallway all the way in. Yeah, okay, we're doing that's, yeah, that sounds really cool. I do need to place my map and all that back though, because I can't even see the map anymore. There it is. We're gonna place that, I guess, right near the exit. That'd be a nice spot. And then the compass and sundial will also go near the edge right here. So we have a little bit symmetrical of useful stuff as you leave the base. No way. I don't even think I see a single cultist. Oh, there's one. No idea how. Are you guys jumping over the trees? Or are they jumping through the trees too? I think I saw both. We might need to go get more saplings to fill in some of these gaps. They literally jumped right through. And we can't be having that. We need this to actually be the most secure base, not just to look like it. Yeah, look, this guy got through. Okay, this is not perfect yet. Yep, more of them just got in as well. I'm about to die. Medkit immediately. Okay, we're good. Dude, these raids, I think that's it. There's a cultist gem right here. All right, we're gonna have to go get a bunch more saplings because we do have some gaps. Although very small, we do need to fill them in. Furniture traders here as well. I will take your entire stock, my good sir. Thank you very much. All right, we have more saplings. I'm gonna fill in the gaps, kind of like here and here. I see these are big gaps, tiny gaps. I think I'm gonna leave. All right, we filled in a bunch of gaps. I will need more saplings for the rest of these. This is a straight up door right here. Wow, okay, we gotta fix that. And now I'm gonna make the doorway with some saplings, just like this, like a line coming in. All right, we have a nice little hallway coming in now. Gonna go get more saplings to fill the gaps. Day 351, man. This is taking quite a while, but it is going to be worth it to see the final result, especially with all the furniture, man. I'm gonna make the most pristine base ever. I have 350 days worth of furniture. All right, the big gaps should be filled in. Now we're gonna finish our hallway into the base. Almost there. So close to being done. Furniture trader's also back in town, so we'll go see him and get some trees around them. There he is. All right, bought everything from the furniture trader again. We do have one small problem. There's a rock in the way. I don't know. Can I plant on a rock? I can't even tell. If I put it up here. Okay, you can plant on a rock. That's good to know. I don't know how that works. This thing is like totally waterless, but whatever, it's fine. Gonna have to narrow in the hallway a little bit because the shelf is in the way. All right, that is the hallway planted. I have 10 more saplings, so I'm gonna go fill in some small gaps. All of our big gaps just finished growing, I think. Okay, now that everything is planted, let's clean up and place all of our furniture. The first thing I want to do is sort all of this because it is a lot. All right, these are all sorted out into piles pretty much. We're gonna go look at these as well. You know, I'm gonna just pick them up and then we'll drop them to sort them. All right, we have everything sorted out into piles. I'm gonna start out with the farm. I do have to remove these torches though, so that might be a little bit of an issue. We'll see what happens. It's not gonna destroy my base, I don't think. Well, just to be safe, we'll do it 3 at a time. So we'll pick up this one, and this one, and then we'll place them like back here together somewhere so that they're out of the way. There we go. So now let's do our farm. And I think I already have somewhat of an idea of what I want to do. There we go. We have wooden fences out in the front and trellises where you can't really see anyway, like the crafting bench and the back of this wall here. We have a nice little table to prepare our food. So for example, pick up 3 carrots and turn it into a stew. We can just take it out, place it on the table and eat. There you go. Or you can keep it here for later, whatever you want. It's gonna get rained on. It's gonna taste disgusting, but at least you can keep it on the table. So now that we have the farm mostly done, I'll figure out what to do with these later. Maybe I could expand the farm a little bit. Okay, this actually looks a little bit better and we have room for more farm plots as well. So we're gonna place those right in here and right in here. A little cramped, but it does look a little bit nicer having more shape to it. We have another red beanbag. I mean, dude, this guy's just gonna have beanbag galore back here. All right, that works. Yo, nah. I didn't sign up for this. I did not this is the most secure base in the game, and now the deer is becoming sentient. Dude, what was that? I hope that was just the deer glitching out because he had no idea what to do. My base was too big. I don't know. That was weird. And then the green signpost, we'll put that in front of the farm as like a sign for we make food here. All right, we have 5 stools, 4 chairs. I think we're gonna pair these like this. Dinner by the garden, dude. We straight up beat out Olive Garden with Carrot Garden, dude. You literally get to watch the chef cook your meal, prepare it on the table, and bring it out to you and serve it, bro. All right, this is looking good. All right, got a nice little table going there. Now we'll have some lights behind it to add a little bit of scenery. Maybe not scenery, but mood lighting. I don't know. Very, very nice lighting I want to add. There you go. Nice table by Carrot Garden. Perfect. Oh, I have an idea. Oh, we are turning this into a full-blown restaurant. We're gonna have one more table over here and one table maybe right, trying to get that perfect triangle right here. Then we have to be very conscious of where we put these seats. They have to be facing the garden because otherwise the customers won't get their view. All right, and this one will be a table for 2. Just like that, we have our own restaurant, Carrot Garden. $15 breadsticks if you'd like some. Or we have free carrot cake. Take your pick. Now I have a bunch of camping chairs. I want to put them around the fire. I feel like that would be pretty nice. Just have an array of colors of camping chairs. We got red, we got green, we got purple, we got blue, some more red right here, some green, and another red one if I can place it there. Perfect. Got a lot of camping chairs. Get nice and toasty by the fire. I love this restaurant, dude. I would eat here. I would eat here. I don't care if you're growing the carrots right in front of me. I would eat here. This is amazing, dude. I'm almost out of furniture too. We have some defensive blueprints, which I do want to add to the front. Like that, we got a barbed wire. Then we can have 3 rows of spikes like this, and then finish it off with one more barbed wire like this. I like this. Now I'm gonna go get my scrap for the giant bed. Yo, get out. Get out. Bro, some people just don't know how to listen. Dude, this is working perfectly. They're super low health, just walking right in. Yep, there we go. Just one shot. Dude, that's all of them. That was the easiest raid of my life. What a beautiful base. What an absolutely beautiful base. Just impenetrable fortress unless you have an axe or a chainsaw. It would be so satisfying to cut this all down, but I do not want to do that. But now we have enough scrap for the giant bed. Place it down right there. We have a blue pillow. Can't put that on top. Maybe I'll put it at the edge or something, like a reading spot if he wants to. We have another blue beanbag. Bro, all right. You're getting as many beanbags as the Dino Kid, I believe. Yeah, the Dino Kid. All right, there you go. Got as many beanbags as the Dino Kid. We also have our nightstand, which we're gonna have to move these beanbags for. Put it right there. And now we have the beanbags all around it. This is a very nice bedroom. I would kill to have these as a kid. We also have our deer trophy. I forgot about this thing. We could have it right here in front of the Dino Kid's tent. Dude, it's like a little trophy outside somebody's house that you could have. That does not look good at all. So I think what we're gonna do is move this to some other place. I wish this bed was purple. I wish they had a purple bed. They need to change one of the beds to purple, or more specifically the good bed, just so that all the kids can have their own bed. You know what? It's gonna be a green bed. It's gonna be for the break room at Carrot Garden. If you're working at Carrot Garden and you're done with your 13-hour shift, you can rest 5 minutes before your next 13-hour shift behind the Carrot Garden, where the customers are gonna watch you sleep. I think this is a fantastic idea. All right, let's do the base tour. Starting out front, we have our massive wall of trees that you cannot get through except through this door, where we have several lines of defenses, where you could see we have our utilities like our map, our compass, our sundial, and even our boost pad to get out there fast. Then we have the 4 kids tents. We have the Koala Kids tent, which has lights in the back, lights in the front, 2 porch chairs, little signpost to match the color, pillows all around. Then we have the Squid Kids tent, yellow porch chairs in the front, 1 in the back because he likes to look ominous. Then we have his little bed right here with a chair that hurts pretty bad if you sit on it more than 5 seconds. But over here we have the Dino Kids kid's tent. We have his own bed, bookshelf, rug, 2 torches in the back, nightstand, beanbag chairs, deer trophy. Legend says it that the Dino Kid actually once stole the deer's lunch money, which is how he won this trophy, and I totally didn't buy it for him in the furniture trader shop. But then lastly, we have the Kraken Kid's tent, 2 beanbags, pillow, nightstand, bed, bookshelf, rug, 2 chairs, beanbag in the back. We're gonna be attacked tonight, that sucks. But very nice tents for all 4 of the kids. They're living luxury out here. We've been here for more than a year, almost a year and a half. Day 449, they're living very nice now. Then we have our campfire, default with every single camp, with multicolored camping chairs that you can sit in, get warm, roast some marshmallows, whatever you feel like. Crafting bench over here, fairly standard, with your very own camping chair as your work seat. You can get done pretty much anything you want. And considering that your feet are closer to the bench than your hands, you're gonna have to learn how to use them. But this is the perfect time to demonstrate just how powerful the inner line of defense is here. Just watch as the deer walks right towards me and then runs away. See, it worked. It worked perfectly. See? But with the raiders that are coming in, barely alive, all I have to do is shoot 1 bullet and they drop down. Full raid done in like 30 seconds. But there are some not so pretty things that I included in the base. For example, we have a front lightning rod, and if we come all the way to the back, we have a back lightning rod, because this base is pretty big. This should cover everything. But for the main attraction, I think, of the entire base, we have a new restaurant, Carrot Garden. We have 3 tables here, seating for 4, seating for 3, seating for 2. We got torch lighting. We got some nice lights in the back. Nice lights as you enter into our very professional and totally not growing our food out of the ground kitchen, where you have barrels of I don't know what's in there. You have your very own crock pot. If you're waiting for your food to cook, just go ahead and sit down. Or if you've already worked a 13-hour shift, you are welcome to take a 5-minute break on this very bed right here, where the customers get to watch you sleep. Now, if that isn't the best restaurant idea in the world, then I don't know what is. But for our last item, we have the oil drill, which is all the way back here. That'll send the oil barrels into this little pond right here, just so that we can have them stack up and won't have to have them clutter our base. But with that, that's the entire base tour. Look at how huge this base is. 3 walls and a line of defense leading to a choke point here, making raids almost automatic. And it's so big that you can barely see the other side of it. I genuinely think this is one of my best, no, my absolute best project yet. This is beautiful. So thanks for watching, subscribe, and click on this video right here.